I was a former chemical engineering major and I transitioned into product management in September of 2021. And prior to landing my first PM role, I didn't have much professional experience in general, and this made it a bit more challenging to land my first PM role. However, I was able to identify the gaps in my experiences and my skills, and I was able to take the necessary steps to increase my chances of landing my first PM role. So in this video, I'll be sharing the system that I used to break into product management. As someone that was new to product management, I had to leverage a lot of online learning resources to learn PM skills, and I quickly found it overwhelming because there were a lot of learning resources. However, I didn't have clear direction on what area I should focus on. And I quickly realized I needed direction and guidance in my PM learning. As a result, I reached out to a lot of product managers that I actually did not know personally, and these people were on LinkedIn, and they were so kind enough to give me some advice in terms of my PM learning. And the most common advice I got from these PMs were to build a product MVP. Essentially, building a product MVP will help you to learn PM skills in a much more practical way. You can build a product MVP by yourself, like a lot of early startup founders do, or you can work with a team to build a product MVP. And there are a lot of free and paid PM programs where you work with a team of product managers, product designers, UX, UI designers, data people, and other people with like various and diverse backgrounds to ideate and build a product MVP from scratch. I chose to enroll in a paid PM apprenticeship program, and I chose this because a lot of the free PM programs had a lot of people applying to these programs, and they had acceptance criteria to qualify for their programs, which also had limited seating. So it made much more sense for me to pay to experience what it was like to work as a product manager now, as opposed to waiting for these free programs to accept me into their cohort. So the program that I enrolled in was relatively cheap compared to the much more expensive PM programs that were in the market that had a much more advanced curriculum. And if you don't have the money to pay for a PM program, that's perfectly fine. I do know a lot of product managers that were able to land PM roles without any experience in building or ideating a product MVP. Ultimately, it's not about the products. The hiring managers essentially just want to know how you would approach validating a new product that is being released to the market and how you use data to make decisions regarding that product and the various product features. Product MVP that I launched during my apprenticeship program was an online platform that matched early career women in tech with advocates who are essentially well experienced and influential professionals in the areas in tech that they would like to specialize in. So we differentiated our product by creating a whole new market for a solution that provides early career women with advice and learning resources that can aid their career growth while also providing opportunities and endorsement for these opportunities to help them to achieve their career goals that they have. And for me, I related deeply with this problem because I was also a new grad that transitioned from engineering into the tech scene, and I was looking for some mentorship and advice on how I can achieve my career goals, as well as I was also looking for someone that could essentially sponsor my career growth and endorse me for career opportunities that will help me to achieve my career goals in the long run. However, I didn't just let my personal opinion guide the whole product requirements. We did a lot of detailed interviews with a wide demographic of professionals in tech, and we were able to identify some recurring pain points that I also related to, and that was how we were able to define this solution. So there was definitely a lot of iteration with our product, and this really gave me a good introductory experience of what it's like working on a real product. And I also wrote an article that I posted on LinkedIn about my experience building and launching my first product MVP, and I will also link it in the description box in this video as well. So the next strategy I used was that I identified the industry I would like to work in as a product manager. And this is also a really good tip you can use in any other career field. And this is because it makes it so much easier for you to stand out in your application when you identify the type of industry you want to work in and the type of career opportunities and experiences that you're interested in your career or in your job search. And for me, I was interested in retail tech and financial technology, and I tailored my resume to reflect my interest in these sectors of technology. For example, I was able to land an interview at an agro blockchain startup because I was able to communicate that my background in chemical engineering gave me a good understanding of how crops are processed into end products that are sold to customers for purchase. If you ever need more clarity in a product management role and what it can offer you, always feel free to email hiring managers or other PMs in those companies that can give you a clearer idea of what the expectations are for that role. And also make sure to research the companies that have these PM roles to have a good understanding of the organizational structure and the way they work at those companies. So I was able to connect to a lot of product managers from my apprenticeship program and also from LinkedIn as well. And these product managers helped me with my job search, essentially provided a lot of resources like PM resume templates, referrals, and even mock interview help. And this really helped me in my interview prepping and in my job search in general. So my last point for this video is to develop your personal brand. And this is very important, especially in your job search, because it gives hiring managers and potential teammates some introduction to who you are and what you're passionate about. For me, in terms of personal branding, I've been posting about my PM journey and my learnings from my PM journey on LinkedIn. And this has helped me to connect with a lot of product managers and also validates my efforts and my understanding in product management. And hiring managers, potential teammates, and other PMs are able to see this content and relate with this content. It ultimately helps me to stand out in my application. So identify what ways you can stand out in your applications and other ways you can communicate what you're passionate about in your resume or in your social media platform like LinkedIn. So I've made sure to communicate that I am passionate about diversity and inclusion of women, especially women and minorities in STEM and tech fields. And I've communicated this on my LinkedIn platform. So essentially, you have to identify what you're passionate about in your career and what excites you the most in product management and from your learnings, and reflect that on your resume and on your social media platforms. I guess this is the end of my video. Please like this video, share with your friends. Let me know in the comments what you've learned from this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.